Aaron, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about the wildfires that are happening in Australia right now. Now, I'm not a weatherman. I'm not really good at telling people about climate science, but I'm going to try to do my best to explain exactly what's going on right now and give you a few of the details. So let's get started. In Australia right now, they are suffering through one of the most cataclysmic wildfire seasons that they have ever seen. People are saying that this is breaking records all across the board. There are 200 wildfires that are currently happening, and over 23 people have lost their lives. There is a state of emergency that has been issued in New South Wales, and cities on the coast are being evacuated. I believe they have been, or they were planning on being evacuated within the last few hours or so. Hey, so quick update. I did record this video yesterday, so there's been a lot of things that have happened since yesterday, and since this is a developing story, I want to give you a little bit more of the most up-to-date information. And also, I seen a non-compete video just a couple of minutes ago that kind of solidified this for me, that made me want to talk a little bit about something else in this video as well. So first, I just want to get to the whole thing that so far, about 500 million animals have been wiped out thanks to this cataclysmic fire storm that has been ravaging across Australia. It has pretty much decimated entire populations of animals, and some species may have been wiped out entirely. Also, it in some places has reached over 48 degrees Celsius. If you live in a place that uses Celsius, you know that that is mind-boggling how hot that is. And if you live in the United States, in Fahrenheit, that's roughly a motherfuck load. So, also, there are a few comrades that are hopefully going to be working on doing some sort of charity stream. If they are, I'm going to try to get to be a part of that because I think that would be a fantastic idea, and we need to be helping out as many people as we possibly can. If you live in Australia and you somehow hear this message and you have the means and capability and ability to go out there and help people, please do so. Get associated with other groups, Food Not Bombs groups, whatever you can, any way you can. Try to help people out and try to take care of your fellow comrades. I already know a lot of people are out there doing that as we speak, so definitely do that. And the one thing that I want to talk about at the very end here, before we go back to the video, is that this is why we need a fucking revolution, and we need one right now. In fact, we needed one yesterday. And there's a lot of ways that we can go about achieving a revolution, but it's so necessary now more than ever, because we only have 10 years left before this kind of stuff, this catastrophic, irreversible climate change really sets in, and there's nothing else that we can do. But right now, there are things that we can do, and the first thing that we need to start doing is spreading class consciousness, talking to people, getting them involved, and getting yourselves involved in any activity that you possibly can. There are marches, there are demonstrations, there are things that are going on all the time, and you need to be using that opportunity to bread pill some motherfuckers. We need to be spreading class consciousness, and we need to be making some sort of action that'll actually fix this problem. And make absolutely no mistake, it is capitalism that has created this problem. Now, if you want to know a little bit more about exactly why I wanted to make this quick update in this video, go check out Non-Compete's video. I'll link it in the description box below. It's absolutely fantastic, and he also links to a couple more YouTubers, specifically Softboy Social Club and others, that you should check out their videos as well. So I'm going to link Non-Compete in the video description, and if we don't do something now, there isn't going to be a world left in the next 10 years for us to do anything then. So now back to the video. Out of every single source that I've read about this entire catastrophe, only 2 had anything to say about climate change, and not one of them was from any mainstream media organization in the United States, which isn't much of a surprise to me or basically anybody who's watching this show, because we all know that everything that the media does has to be completely uncontextual, which basically means that they take every single story that happens in the world and remove it from its context unless any of that context happens to further the narrative that they're trying to push. This is a common thread. This is something that I've been talking about a lot recently, and it's something I even said about the invasion of Iran, or, well, soon-to-be invasion of Iran, that happened just yesterday, for fuck's sake. So it's the mainstream media doing what mainstream media does all over again, and not telling you the information that is important to, you know, society, and only giving you the little bit of information that they want to give you to, who knows, make you keep watching, make you scared, whatever exactly it is. Now, the one thing that a lot of mainstream media outlets were saying, though, is that this isn't the worst fire that they've ever seen, because there was still another fire that happened in 2009, known as Black Saturday, that killed 173 people. Now, 173 people is obviously more than just 23. That's clear and obvious. But the fact that we're comparing the two kind of made my brain start to work a little bit. And I thought to myself, are they comparing these two because they want to make it seem as though this isn't the worst possible fires that have happened on record? And I think that might actually be the case, because they're bringing this subject up so they can say more people died, but more people died because the fires happened in more concentrated areas when they had absolutely no way to prepare for this. Now that it's already happened, you know, the officials and everybody that's involved kind of know how to take care of the situation, so they've done a better job at making sure that people aren't fucking dying, which is a great thing. But I think it almost was done to downplay the reality of how bad these fires actually are. And the truth is that the fires that took the 173 lives back in 2009 only lasted for a couple of days, whereas the fires that are happening right now have been going on for weeks. And they're probably just going to continue to get worse. So, like I've said on Twitter and in other places, I hope that everybody that is down there is able to find some way to stay out of harm's way. My heart goes out to every single one of you, and I really hope that you're going to be all right. And as far as the mainstream media and everybody else goes, we're never going to actually have the fucking conversation about why these things are happening, are we? We're just going to continue to talk about the symptoms and never talk about the causes. And that is just so unbelievably frustrating, but that's why this show exists. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Aaron, and have a nice day.